I talking about this anime. It was a bomb. I like it, but it was a bomb, and I can't deny it. Uh, all right. Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mosky again. We're gonna talk about this anime. I like this anime a lot, but it was a bomb, to what I remember. It's called Otome Game Sekai wa Mob ni Kibishii Sekai desu. In other words, trapped in a dating sim, the world of Otome games is tough enough for moms. That's the name of the anime. Now, don't get me wrong, I think they did a justice with the animation, because if you have read A, the manga, or B, have read the light novels, you can see the illustrations in the light novels are very similar, and the illustrations in the the manga are very similar. Both of them are pretty similar. So, I think they did the justice with the animation. It's not the greatest animation in the world, but it definitely has, it worked. And it's a small studio, so they did a good job. But this is one of those anime where it's used to promote the materials, I guess, because I don't see a season 2 for this. But then again, this anime also bombed hard. But then again, anime that bombs hard usually do have second season. Yeah, some anime bombed hard, and they have a second season. Why can't this have a second season? This is a freaking good anime. So, what is unique about this? Instead of following your normal powerful protagonist, we follow an ordinary character in a world full of fantastical elements. It's a fresh perspective, and a humorous and relatable take on the genre, which many fans appreciate. And the animation quality, again, as I said, is pretty solid, bringing vibrant world to life with crisp visuals and well-designed settings. Now, I will say this. I think the concept of the anime itself is something that intrigued me in the first place. You are a gamer. Your sister wants you to complete this Otome game that she bought. For anybody who doesn't know what an Otome game is, Otome games are basically like reverse harem games usually, where you have these sparkly, beautiful male characters and one female character as a lead. Like usually how you have our harem games, where you have something like Grisaya maybe, where you have one main character and so many female characters to choose from, right? And every time you just like visual novels and stuff, where every route unlocks this character's ending, or maybe there can be a harem ending and stuff. So this is one of those games. So here the main character is teleported into the Otome world, which he really hates, because who the hell wouldn't hate the game if it's played for hours and hours and hours, and you finally beat it only to hate it because everything in this game is irrelevant and bullshit, and people still love that game. Some of the games are like that. I can't name the games because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will come for my neck if I do. Looking at you, Valorant. Anyways, there are games like that where you can play for hours and hours, and at some point you'll just start hating that game. Trust me, it happens to all of us, where if you play a game for hours, you start hating it. And that's exactly what it is. The main character hates the world of the game, and this world also it's unique in a sense that it has female dominance or male dominance. The female leads the world in this whole series, where while the male can be a secondary to the female, like a queen can be a secondary to king, like that. In this world, the queen has a superior authority over the king. That's the easier way to put it. However, if you are a king, you can have multiple wives, but if you are not a king and she's a queen or something like that, she's the female who's married to the male is a higher count or something like that, right? Only she's allowed to have multiple sex slaves or multiple husbands. You are not allowed to have. Well, you are allowed to have, but it has to be of the lower count of their lower position of theirs. That's what I have came to grasp with while reading this. Anyways, Again, if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me. I'm not like well versed, but I read it like twice or thrice, and that's what I came to a conclusion with. Now the anime relies on a lot of cliche and predictable tropes, but I will get to that. Onto why this complaint, I can debunk it. It's because the cliche and predictable tropes is literally the main character getting a hack, literal hack of the game. The arrogance, that's a hack he gets thrown in the game, and he's literally cheating in the world. So basically he becomes an adventurer who are deemed to be of a higher position than any of the people in the world, except for the king and queen, of course. But yeah, adventurers have a very high position in the world. So he becomes that, brings up a lot of money to not be married to a 50-year-old fat ass, and he's like, yeah, all cool, dude. So yeah, he gets in hack, and he is so cunning, and I love it for that. He's so much different from a lot of main characters that are like, oh, I want justice. I'm gonna be the good guy. I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna be the best in the world, and I'm gonna help out my family and shit. No, the main character is just pure cunning. He is like, he hates the fact that this world exists. He hates the fact that those 5 princes exist in the world. He hates the fact that the academy has to find a wife and settle down maybe, or some shit like that, before he gets married off or some shit like that. Like, he already hates the life in this world, so why not just be the most despicable man possible to everybody around him? And I love it. I love that fact of the anime. And another thing about the anime is, like, characters don't feel that irrelevant, I would say. I would say the princes do feel irrelevant, but that's because we haven't got into the war arc yet, and the first season doesn't really shine out on the princes. It's, well, except for the 2 princes, I think so. The first one is... actually, no, just 1 prince. Even those 2 princes are not that, like, irrelevant. It's that other prince, the glasses guy. I forgot his name. But these princes, like, I think his name is Brad, most probably. But yeah, like, these princes that we talk about, the 5 princes, like, they are like the main character in the Otome game, but obviously not in this game, because the mob is the main character in this game. Anyways, what I'm talking about is the main character. In this game, Leon, what he does is every time, like, something doesn't go in his way, he's just the most despicable man possible in lifetime. He even challenges the prince because he just does not like the way they behave. That's it. They are high royalty, but he doesn't like the way he behaves, the prince behaves. All the princes behave, in fact. Especially considering Olivia is supposed to be the one who's supposed to take place, but there's another reincarnate here. That is most probably his sister, if anybody hasn't guessed yet, because, of course, the storyline makes sense if you have read the dialogues and stuff. But his sister, basically, is the other reincarnate, and she is controlling this from her perspective. On the other hand, Olivia is single. She is not having any of the interaction with the princess. Instead, she is having her intimacy up with the mob, that is Leon. On the other hand, there's also Angelica, who is really in love with Julius, who just falls in love with the prince. On the other hand, not the prince, my bad, the mob, because the mob kind of saves her. So she kind of feels like grateful at the start, but slowly, like, as time passes by, as they start to, like, develop bonds and stuff, like, she also gets feelings for the mob in this anime. So you see, like, where the route is going. Like, it's already a change in the world, and one of the biggest aspects of this series is the main character realizing that he has been looking at these people as characters, not actual people. He is dead in the real world, and this is his real world now, but he hasn't been looking at all of these characters that are in the Otome game as real people, even though they are real people now. So in a way, he kind of realizes by the end of the anime that he kind of is pretty irrelevant in that sense. So, like, he just realizes in a sense that all of these characters have some kind of personality, some kind of quirk of their own, and he is just getting in the way as a mob character of these cast. He has been not looking at these guys as real people, but characters from game, and that's why he wants to stay away from them. But by the end, he just realizes, I can't do that. They're too important to me. So yeah, it has its good points. It also has its bad. I'm not saying it's the best shit ever. It has its bad. There's inconsistencies in the motivations and actions of the characters. At times, the characters do like random decisions, and it's poorly justified, which can be confusing and detracting to the overall narrative. But yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does fit all the characters in the world, because the decisions are supposed to be like that most of the times, because none of these characters know how to make proper decisions yet. Remember, except for the mob character and maybe the sister of the mob, nobody is like a proper adult here. So they are still in high school and an academy, so none of them are proper adults. So this is something that can be expected from them. So yeah, I kind of give this anime most probably a proper 7 out of 10. Manga 8 out of 10. Anime 7 out of 10, because it does have like some of the parts cut out which could make the anime like 8.5 for me. Manga on the other hand, I do give it an 8 out of 10 if you guys ever want to read it. It's freaking amazing. I think the light novel is even better. Like, I could give it an 8.59 maybe. I love this series in general, and I'll most probably talk about it. Maybe if there is like a second season or something in the future, I can talk about it. Until next time, peace out, boys.